How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Strictly Nintendo, where I wanted to take a moment to talk about this. The Legend of Zelda clip-on armor for the new Nintendo 3DS XL made by PDP. This is something that I've had for a little over 2 months now, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it and, how I'm liking it. Really just kind of a quick, I guess a review on it anyway. But the thing that I like about it, first and foremost, aesthetically, it's very pleasing. I like the deep, dark green of it. It's nice and subdued. It's not gaudy. It doesn't pop out at you too much. It looks good. And then you have like the lighter green emblems around it, creating a border, which is kind of nice. And then the Triforce logo here is a nice subdued gold. I think that gold in general is kind of gaudy. I really don't like gold, so I like this really subdued look. It's almost got like a silver tint to it when the light hits it right, so I really enjoy that. On the back you have really big Zelda and PDP logos, new Nintendo 3DS on there, but who's looking at the bottom plate anyway, right? So aesthetically it's nice, and it is quite easy to put on and take off, so that's really nice. If you want to swap it out or anything like that, or move it to a different system, you can, and it's just kind of easy to set up, which is always a plus. The thing that I love about it is you have access to everything, all the buttons, your AC adapter, so if you're playing or just charging it, you don't have to take it off. It does have the headphone symbol there, as well as your AC adapter is stamped there, and then the game card is stamped there as well. So it's kind of nice, but kind of unnecessary. You probably know what those are, but I like the fact that you have access to all the buttons and all the sliders with no issues. You can swap out games with it on, which is beautiful. Use your headphones, use your AC adapter, get to the stylus, your power button. Everything is really nice in that regard. Plus, you have access to the rear cameras, which is, it's just smart. The layout of this is really smart, allowing you to utilize the system and all the features that it has without this getting in the way. It does add a tiny bit of weight to the system, not significant or anything like that. It's just enough that you notice it. And it does add a little bit of dimension, same thing, just enough that you notice it. But after about a week, I actually, this became second nature to me. I look at this, and this is my new Nintendo 3DS. So I don't really ever remember my 3DS looking like that. It's just something that became part of the system quite easily, and I just kind of forgot that it was there. So it does its job. It looks cool. It keeps the fingerprints and dirt and scratches off your system. It shows fingerprints like there's no tomorrow, but at least it's not on the system, and that's the whole point. And I like that about it. Obviously, it's, calling it armor is maybe a little bit of a stretch. I'm not going to tell you can drop this. You don't want to be throwing your system around or dropping it on the ground. This isn't just plastic. It's not going to protect the system from shock or anything like that, but it will protect it from light scuffs. It will protect it from scratches and dirt and fingerprints and things like that, and it does a good job, and it looks good while it's doing it. So maybe, the new Nintendo 3DS for people with smaller hands is probably already a big system to begin with, and having this little extra dimension to it may make it a little bit uncomfortable for some people. But if you have medium size or larger hands, if the new Nintendo 3DS XL or the XLs in general fit well in your hands, this is just, it's really not going to take you very long to get used to this. And overall, for the money, it's not very expensive. And for what it looks like, how cool it looks, how easy it is to install or take off, and for protecting your system from dust, dirt, scratches, and fingerprints, it's a pretty cool little thing. And, it's Zelda. So what else more is there? I guess if you're not like a big Zelda junkie like myself, then you probably won't like it, but it's definitely cool. Definitely cool. Very much, in my opinion, worth the money. And yeah, that's about it. It's kind of simple, but it's definitely cool. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Strictly Nintendo. Until the next one, take care.